Closing, the definition of closing in sales is moving to the next logical step at a customer's pace, or in this case, the interviewer's place. So we're moving at their place to the next logical step. So you want to close. And by close, you want to figure out what the next course of action is. Who's following up with who? Okay, we'll be in contact with you. They just closed you on what the next contact will be. They will contact you. If they don't say anything, Amanda, who am I supposed to follow up with? Do I need to get in contact with you, or how does this work from here on out? Okay, so we need to ask those. We need to close to the next step. Okay? Most of the time, they will tell you that, but if they don't, ask. Okay, would you like me to follow up with you in a few weeks, or what do I need to do moving forward? That's a closing statement. Okay? Let it be known that you're interested in coming to work for the company. It drives me crazy interviewing people that are like, oh man, I've been interviewing like 25 companies, and they just think that they're one of those people on a list that you don't actually want to come to work with. Even if they are, show some interest in that company. It's like dating. You don't want to go up to a girl and say, oh yeah, hope this works out. Yeah, I got like 13 other girls that I'm going to call after this if it doesn't. That wouldn't be a good thing, would it? No. Confirm the timeline. Ask, so when are you guys looking to make a decision? When are you looking to hire? Is this within 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months? By the end of the day? Know when that timeline is, okay? Ask them when that timeline is. When can you expect that position will be filled? Okay? Always thank the interviewer for their time and consideration. They're doing a lot to consider you, and just being respectful and appreciative that you've been given that opportunity, especially in some of these more popular jobs where you made it to an interview after they've sorted through all those resumes. Tell them thank you. Hey, Mr. Smith, I really appreciate your time today. I look forward to getting an opportunity to come and work for your company. Just a thank you. Simple thank you. As for a business card, I just always like to have a business card. If for some reason you don't get the job, you can still email them 3 months down the road and say, hey, Mr. Smith, I interviewed with a while back, and I would just want to touch base with you. I'm still interested to come to work for your company, and if a spot ever opens up that you think that I may be good for, please give me a call. If I offered you a position right now, what would you say? Have you thought about that? Have you given consideration into what you would say to each interview, or to each interviewer, if they offered you the position in the interview? It's not arrogance, it's not cockiness, but you need to know what you would say, because it's going to happen. They will ask you, and we need to have a really good idea. If you don't want to take that position right then, say, I appreciate the offer, let me go home and talk with my family. I need to figure out, what to do, but I really appreciate the offer, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, but we need to have an idea of what we would say if that job was offered to us in the meeting. Not like, I have no idea. It needs to be very professional. So give that some thought before you go in. If you don't get the job, like I said, we just talked about this, thank them for the opportunity, and ask them to reach back out to you if another position opens up that they feel you may be a good fit for. And if you're feeling bold again, say, hey, I appreciate your time here, and I've got to look for another position, obviously. Do you have any recommendations for me, knowing what you know of me now? Could I have done some things differently, or do you have any suggestions that may help me in a future interview? If anything, they're going to go, okay, this person's trying to learn and improve. You don't want to be coming down at them like, oh, so what did I do wrong, huh? But ask them in a constructive way to where you may get some input. They may say, listen, you did a great job, but you never took the skills test, or you were late on this, or our receptionist heard you talking to somebody out in the office, and it just kind of set up a red flag to us. You'll learn a lot from them. And if there wasn't anything, say, okay, well, next time we call me if you think a position opens up that may be a good fit for me. Okay? Just very professional. This is almost obsolete in our generation. Or this is almost, this is almost gone. It is a lost trade. It is a skill and an attribute that our generation doesn't have as much as we should. Okay? We don't send thank you notes anymore. Handwritten thank you notes. Oh, I'll shoot you a text and thank you. No. Handwritten thank you note. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. If you have any questions for me, if I need to do anything in the meantime, let me know. Okay? Follow the instructions you are given. They tell you call, call. They tell you don't call. It's just that task complete, do them ASAP. Just follow the instructions. If you don't receive any instructions, ask. Follow up in 3 to 5 days if you don't hear anything, if they don't tell you anything. And when you call back, you say, hey, I just want to follow up and see if I need to be doing anything right now. The most successful people in this room, and I've said this a couple times today, the most successful people in this room and at this university will not be the smartest people. They will be the ones in this room that choose to do things that other people won't do. They will go a little bit further than everybody else. They will do a little bit more than everybody else. And they will have more success than everybody else.